Episode 1041 of One Piece. Today we will review it, we will look at it, like, comment, subscribe, alala mouth Canadian. Let's just get straight into it. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, without further ado, we start off Kaido versus Yamato. This has been building up since we've been introduced to Yamato, since she's made it clear that she wants to join the Straw Hats. So we know that this beef was coming sooner or later. They started changing blows, they start changing hakis, but it's very clear Yamato is no match for Kaido. Kaido is a beast right now. First, he handed Luffy the first L, handed the Red Scabbards their L, just handling everyone like it's nothing. So Yamato is just struggling against Kaido. Kaido's like, look, you're my son, I love you, be Shogun of Wano. Let's take over Wano, you be Shogun and you stay here and look after my island for me. But he refuses. Yamato said, I'm gonna keep confusing the two. Yamato states that, because she's Odin, she's a reincarnation of Odin, she looks up to Odin, that she's not supposed to be the Shogun, she's supposed to protect Wano from Kaido instead. And so I'm renouncing you, you're no longer my dad, and I'm gonna go out to the sea with the Straw Hats. And so in response, he transformed into his hybrid form. I forgot. Okay, so it's the Inu Mi model Okuchi no Makami. It's a mythical zone devil fruit. It's some type of divine wolf. And according to Kaido, she was never meant to have it. That this fruit was meant to be for someone else, but she ate it purely because she was hungry. And this is actually quite the detriment to Yamato, because if you eat a devil fruit, you can't swim. So how do you expect to go out to the seas if you can't swim? And if she's trying to be like Odin didn't have a devil fruit. It was just pure haki he was relying on. Pure haki. So she hates that she's, taking the devil fruit. And she even makes a statement, how can I be like Odin if I can't set out to sea? So that's where we leave off the Yamato versus Kaido fight. That's all we get from them so far. We'll switch over now to Sanji and Queen. They're continuing their fight, and Queen's motivation behind this fight is just to prove how much better his cyber enhancements makes him. It's sort of like a beef between Sanji and Queen. Not Sanji and Queen, it's Queen and Vinsmoke, because him and Vinsmoke used to have this group together with Vegapunk, and so she's just trying to be better than Sanji. Yeah, so this fight mainly consists of Queen just using his arms and his lasers just to blow up Sanji, and Sanji's sort of out of his depth here. Because yes, he could go in to close the distance, cause damage, and do whatever he wants to, but it's not for long, because again, Queen has his enhancement, Queen has his cybernetics that make him strong enough to keep going in the fight. Queen is just so determined to show how much better he is. Every chance he gets, he's just like, behold my magnificent enhancements, my cybernetics, my work, look what I can do. But Sanji doesn't really care. From his history with his dad, from, was it Punk Hazard, he's just done with technology. He's like a boomer, basically. He's sworn off it. His main control, his main concern now is just how to cook and looking after his crew. And so he even makes a comment that Franky would love to meet you. Franky being a cyborg, being on Vegapunk's island. So yeah, Franky's more technology inclined compared to Sanji. And so we switch over to the sidelines now. Chopper is still arguing with Zoro. Zoro wants to take that injection that boosts him up, but is afraid of the side effects. So Chopper asks Zoro one more time. Are you sure you want to take this injection? And Zoro says, yes, I do. I need to help out the crew. And so he orders the goat doctor, the mink, to give the injection. And this doctor has very little experience. He tries to give the injection through the cast and misses the vein. So has to keep stabbing Zoro, pushing it in deeper, missing it again. And then finally, he hits the right spot and injects Zoro. So maybe next episode, the one after, Zoro will be back into the fight. And so now we switch over to Franky. Franky now, he's being aided by the pleasures and the headliners. Because again, from previous episodes, Tama activated her devil fruit and now has control over all the zone types, right? And so now he's able to fight Sakazuki one-on-one. Sakazuki, he transforms to his hybrid form because he has the Stegosaurus, is that how you say it? Stegosaurus fruit? He has a ancient zone fruit that allows him to transform into a half dinosaur hybrid. That's basically it. And so he takes on this form to fight Franky because Franky's giving it to him. And so he wants to have a better footing. And when you transform into your hybrid form, you have stable footing in terms of abilities, powers, versatility, stuff like that, right? And so what happens is they both square up. They basically go for swing first. You swing first, bro. Now you swing first, bro. And they're not budging, they're not pushing each other back. They're just on the swing first ship. Sakazuki, he manages to rotate this thing around his neck. I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna say it's like fins, I'm guessing. So he rotates it at such a high speed that it's able to float. And so he's attacking Franky from the air, just constantly diving and attacking, swooping at him, trying to just blindside Franky. But you know, Franky being the robot man, he has missiles on top of his shoulders, he has lasers, he has everything he needs for aerial combat. And so as they continue to exchange blows and strikes and blocks, we have Sakazuki now positioning himself to charge at Franky. And Franky realizes, okay, I can't go anywhere. He prepares his shield. And so Sakazuki's readying up, Franky's readying up. And then Sakazuki goes backwards because the idiot rotated those fins in the wrong direction. So he goes backwards. So after this, he tries to feign, oh, I was creating more room to charge into, but we all know he's dumb. So he does the move perfectly. He charges straight at Franky. Franky sort of takes the hit, but then uses the momentum to do a suplex onto Sakazuki, possibly beating him. We don't know yet. Maybe next episode we'll find out, but this is how he wins most of his fights, Franky. Suplexes, wrestling moves, stuff like that. That's how you beat, I think it's Senor Pink. Yeah, so this is how he wins most of his fights. He's sort of like a wrestler mixed with a cyborg, that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's good to see him getting a W. Good to see him. So we go to this last scene of the episode. It's with Law's crew and they're still trying to revive Luffy. And Luffy is not budging. He's not moving. He's not shifting. He's not doing anything. He's just passed out in a puddle of water. They managed to squeeze out all the water he had inside it, but he's just not moving. And then all of a sudden we hear coughing, and then we hear Luffy mutter something. We don't hear it. And then he says it again. We still don't hear it. And then he belts it out one last time. And he is just screaming for meat. My boy nearly drowned. And this is what you're screaming for? Meat? Typical Luffy. Well, yeah, that's it. That's how the episode ends. So it's okay episode. We see Franky finish his fight. Kaido and Yamoto continues theirs. Sanji and Queen continues theirs. Just can't wait to see how this progresses. And yeah, that's my views on the episode. It's an okay episode. Nothing too major happens. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.